right. Looks like both players have kept. Jesse will start things off here with a Windswept Heath. We're going to fetch out probably some sort of dual land. Yep, Godless Shrines is where we're going to start it off. So down to 17 goes Jesse. And Viscera Seer will be the turn 1 play. Island into Aether Vial. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to see if I can fix this lighting. It's just the sun has now hit that point in the day where it's just awful looking on camera. 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. But now we can see it a little more clearly what's happening on the board there. So we have a Duskwatch Recruiter on Jesse's side now. A Spreading Seas was the turn 2 play after a turn 1 Aether Vial. Alex, I imagine, is going to be at 19 with an attack from Viscera Seer. We're into Jesse's turn 3 right now. So we have a Forest and a Island currently. Jesse does have lands in hand, so he's not going to have problems with mana here. Yeah, he picked that up from RK Post. It's a nice looking play, Matt. All right, and we come for 2 points of damage, so Alex now down to 17. I'm curious why Viscera Seer didn't attack. On the upkeep, we will have the Kralin Horde Howler transformed into. So Jesse's creatures now cost him 1 less. Okay. Attack for 1, no blocks are declared. Before damage, Alex will activate his vial to bring in that Lord of Atlantis. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess that's fair. He doesn't want to lose the Seer to the Aether Vial. That makes sense. Another Spreading Seas will take care of Jesse's green source again. So away goes all of the green mana. A second Curse Catcher. And we're going to have a pass back here. So pretty tight race we have here. Jesse will untap. He draws a Collected Company. He has a green source. That's an Overgrown Tomb. We're going to have the ability to go ahead and fire off this Collected Company. Funny enough, he actually wants the recruiter on the recruiter side, so it's fine that it transformed back. The recruiter side allows him to stack his deck once he has infinite mana with Devoted Druid and Vizier Remedies. So Jesse down to 13. He's actually going to play a Ballista for 2. This will let him kill a Lord. Yeah, actually, Collected Company would not have been good there because of the Curse Catchers, of course. So yeah, he's going to trade off the Ballista to kill off the Lord of Atlantis. It's a 1-of Ballista, but that doesn't matter. He has 4 Eternal Witness to buy them back, so he doesn't have to worry too much about that. Vial goes up to 3, signaling that he either has his Kira or his Marrow Regeries. He's playing 3 Regeries and 1 Kira, so he could also be trying to get to 4 because he has Master Race potentially. Another Lord of Atlantis comes down, however, so we're going to get in for 4 points of damage. It's unblockable, of course. So Jesse will fall to 9 from this attack. Alex will activate Aether Vial. In comes Kira, Great Glass Spinner. And right now in hand we have Collected Company, Court of Calling, and Anafenza Kintree Spirit. The draw was another Collected Company. A little bit unfortunate there. 1, 2, 3. So there's 6 unblockable damage right now. Jesse would need 2 spells to kill the Lord because of Kira. Curse Catcher is just so annoying. He can't even cast a Court of Calling right now. He only has 1 green source. 2 if you count the Deathwatch Recruiter, but he's still 1 short, that means. Vial does go to 4, so it tells me that Alex probably has a Master of Waves in his hand. In we come for 6 points of damage. None of that's blockable. I feel like if I'm Jesse, I'm just going to fire off a Coco here and make him sacrifice a Curse Catcher. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, pay 1 more. Jesse says, no, I can't. So he'll take 4 instead. It saves him 2 life is what he's doing there. So this also opens the door to, if he draws a land, he can resolve Collected Company through the Curse Catcher this time. Is Alex is main decking 2 Spell Pierce. There's a Clique, and that's really unfortunate because he drew the land, so he's able to fire off this Collected Company, but the 1-of main deck Vendilion Clique is gonna, or sorry, 2-of actually. It's gonna put a damper on this here. So Jesse thinking he has to just let this happen. He doesn't have a choice. Yeah, he doesn't get a choice here. Windswept Teeth, Collected Company, Court of Calling, and Anafenza Kintree Spirit. Let's see. So Heath. No, he doesn't have enough to do this with, does he? Yeah, he doesn't have enough to. Heath can get like a Temple Guard. You can play Anafenza. You're still a green source short. Yeah, Collected Company. No, it goes to the bottom of the deck. And then he'll draw a card. So he's looking for no Collected Company. That'd be like the best draw. It wasn't. It was a land. That's unfortunate. I think he's just dead. And I think Recruiter also missed a flip there. Because the only spell Alex played was on Jesse's turn with that Vendilion Clique. He didn't actually play it on his own turn. I think Jesse's trying to think if he can get there with Court of Calling, but he's going to be short is the issue. He won't have the right colors of mana thanks to these 2 Spreading Seas. He can go get a second white source with that with that Windswept Teeth, which lets him play Anafenza, but then he only still has 1 green, 2 green for Dusk with Dusk Recruiter to use with Court of Calling. So he's still short. I'm trying to anything else he can get here. Oh, Kitchen thinks isn't enough. So is Deckless. I don't think he can get her. I think he is just dead. I guess he can. No, the Mutavault in the back also throws things off here a little too much. I think there's just too much. Jesse's really close, but he's just not going to be close enough. Huma34, thank you very much for that follow. We appreciate that. We'll send you a 10% off discount code to top8gaming.com. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much, sir. Potentially, madam. So Jesse does go and find that Windswept Heat. With that Windswept Heat, he finds the Temple Garden. Down to 1, it just won't matter. Anafenza, you can't Court of Calling, so no, you don't have 3 green, Jesse. It doesn't matter. He can't Court of Calling anyways. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He can't cast it anyways, so. JD Quack 1986, thank you as well for the follow. We appreciate that. I will also send you your 10% off discount code to top8gaming.com. Welcome to the channel. Thank you again. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't even matter. The Vapor Snake just gets him anyways. So, yeah, that's a 1-up. It's actually a 3-of in his deck. Wow, okay. All right, all right. I don't think I've seen that many Vapor Snakes in a while, but last name butchered. I don't know. If I butchered your last name, I have no idea how it's supposed to pronounce that. It looks like JD Quack, unless it's like J the Quack. I have no idea. Not a clue. I apologize for butchering the last name there. All right, so game 1 over to the Merfolk player. So heading into our sideboard games, we'll have a look at Jesse's sideboard first. We have 2 Path to Exile, a Spellskite, 2 Scavenging Ooze, Selfless Spirit, 2 Quasali Pride Mage, 2 Abrupt Decay, 2 Tireless Tracker, an Eidolon Rhetoric, an Orzhov Pontiff, and a Linvala Keeper of Silence. Was I right with the Quack or something like that? I don't know what I said anymore, to be honest. Okay, so Jesse's side. Oh, okay, cool. Kind of saved myself there. Hassle Quack. Jay Leland, thank you very much for the follow as well. We appreciate that. I will send you your 10% off discount code to top8gaming.com. Welcome to the channel as well to you. Thank you very much. I prefer Hassle Quack. I like that. All right, so again, for Jesse, I like bringing in my Path to Exiles. Spellskite, no. Scavenging Ooze can be okay just to gain back some life, which is important. Selfless Spirit's no good. Quasali Pride Mage can be very good here. It destroys Spreading Seas and Aether Vials. Abrupt Decay is good. Tireless Tracker, no. Eidolon Rhetoric, no. Orzhov Pontiff, it's interesting. If you take out, if you catch them before a Lord comes down, they have a bunch of 1/1s or X1s. So maybe. Linvala, probably not, though. Sideboard for Alex, we've got 2 Negate, 2 Unified Will, 2 Tidebinder Mage, 2 Gut Shot, 2 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Dismember, 2 Seize Claim, and a Kira Great Glass Spinner. So I like in Alex's sideboard, Negate can be good, Unified Will can be good, Tidebinder maybe, Gut Shot's pretty good I think with maybe. Relics are good, Dismember's good, Seize Claim is good, Kira not really. I believe they are the Rush. I'm not too sure to be honest. They look like they are because I think the back of them is black on the inside. We unfortunately haven't gotten ours in here yet. They're on back order, so we're still trying to get some ourselves. I'd like to try them out myself. I've heard good things about them, but just haven't really got our hands on them yet. So, have you gotten any yet, Cody? I appreciate it. I appreciate that, DeQuack. Or Hassel. I'm sorry. Call you Hassel DeQuack. Can you get them? Can you get them where you are? If you can get them where you are, bring me some. Because I don't know how long they've been on back order forever. I don't really care what color. Well, you're just no use to me. Like, come on now. Yeah, that's how it seems. Oh well. Alright, so Alex has mulliganed his 7 away here. Jesse has decided he's okay with his. So we're going to have a 7 versus 6 here. Jesse is on the play. I saw his opening hand. He did bring in his Pride Mages. I saw one in his opening hand there. He also had a Devoted Druid, some other cards, so... Yeah, I don't want to pay that. Well, if you can send me some of those at full cost to yourself, I will gladly accept them. Yeah, $50 on Amazon. I mean, they're hard to find right now, so I can't... I mean, I'd say I'm surprised, but someone who thought ahead and bought a whole box full is just going to be able to make money off of that, so... Alex here, I've been told he had no lands in his 6, so he's going to go ahead and drop down to 5 here. I mean, I believe that someone would do that. And I also believe that some people will probably pay that price for them. I wouldn't myself. I just want to try them out. I've heard really good things about them, so I'm interested in them myself. But that's about it. I think that's... No, I could be wrong, but... there's a Monomo. Turn 1 for Alex. Jesse has, at the end of his turn, he'll fetch away his Windswept Heath. Down to 19 goes Jesse. Yeah, that's the price I imagine they would cost. It's just they're hard to find. That's all it is. All right, we'll untap here. Jesse thinking here about what he wants to do for his second land. Be a forest, and there's a Devoted Druid, so he has, technically has acceleration there. There's a Vapor Snake in Alex's hand. He's going to go ahead and play it here. Just put it back in your hand, just tempos the turn out, Jesse down to 18. Again, that's a 3 of in his main deck, the Vapor Snake, so... Silvergale Adept is going to reveal a Harbinger of the Tides. He'll get to draw a card. And we're going to head back to Jesse, so... Jesse's turn 3 here. Nothing in play just yet. There was, of course, a Devoted Druid. It got bounced by a Vapor Snag. Jesse, what's he going to do? Looks like he's lining up with Sully Pride Mage, potentially. think he also has his one-of copy of Fiend Hunter in his hand. Just a silver bullet to go find with his Court of Calling, or, you know, by chance off a collected company sometimes. All right. He replays the Devoted Druid, and in for 2 comes the Silver Gill Adept. Jesse down to 18. Dismembers were brought in by Alex. See it in his hand there. See what his turn 3 is, or his turn 4 is going to look like for Jesse here. Does have his acceleration out again, of course, thanks to the Devoted Druid, so access to plenty of mana. Ghost Quarter in hand, Temple Garden in hand. Lots of mana available to him. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play out another copy of Devoted Druid. Also has a Duskwatch Recruiter in hand, so we could potentially see that come down. No, we're going to go ahead and play Qasali Pride Mage, so that's fine. Yep, Alex, that's okay with me. Sure. Yeah, he's not untapping the Druid. The Druid only gets a counter if it gets untapped. Wow, that is... enterprising business is a interesting way to put that, Vertible. Or Veritable. 279. All right. Well, probably not going to pay that. All right. So Alex's turn is a Curse Catcher and a pass. We drew a Kitchen Finks. Oh, I mean, for free shipping. Okay, you didn't tell me that part. In we come for 3. Alex down to 17. Not going to be blocking that anytime soon. Jesse here. Duskwatch Recruiter comes down. That's fine. It lets him go find something at the end of turn. Alex's turn more than likely, so... he has not played land yet. He does have Temple Garden to play still. Again, the rest of his hand is Fiend Hunter and Kitchen Finks. Dismember is going to, on end of turn, take care of this Duskwatch Recruiter. Jesse is going to get 1 activation out of it, though. He'll take a look at the top 3. He's going to go ahead and pick a creature. He picks Eternal Witness. It's a good one to pick. Alex down to 13. Recruiter is dead. But Eternal Witness has been added to the hand for Jesse, so... The Recruiter... Very easy to come back now, thanks to that witness. Alex has been stuck here on 2 lands. He's now found his 3rd land. It's another Mutavault. He's going to turn it on. Really awkward Mutavaults because they're not blue mana, of course. So he's stuck right now with a Lord in hand that he can't use. But here comes the attack for 5. Jesse likely to have no blocks here and fall to 11. Oh, yeah, I guess he can block the Curse Catcher. That's fair. He'll take 4, falls to 12. Curse Catcher is a 1/1, Druid is a 0/2 on its own, so yeah, that's just an easy block. Alright. So we can witness back. In we come for 3 more. Alex down to 10. Jesse didn't play a land last turn. He doesn't really need to. He's got enough mana with the double Druid, but Alex did also bring in his gut shots. There is one in his hand right now. So the second that one of these Druids becomes a 0/1, if Jesse either makes it that way, it will die. There's a pair of kitchen finks coming down, so Jesse back up to 16. He puts out a bunch of 3-power attackers. I like Jesse's spot, but he needs to close the game out. Okay, we find a second blue source. It's an Oboro Palace in the Clouds. So 2 non-island blue sources so far for Alex. Jesse's just going to have a read of both of them. They're 2 different legendary lands. Oboro bounces itself, and Manamo untaps a legendary permanent for a blue mana. Okay, 2 blue is going to bring down Lord of Atlantis. So we can now attack for 5. Kitchen Finks are good blockers, though. They get to trade off with both of these creatures if he wants to. And yeah, Alex says, I don't want to make that trade. You can go. Jesse will draw Eclectic Company. That's a big draw. More than enough mana to pay for this Curse Catcher. No blue mana open, so he's not afraid of Spell Pierce, Negate, Unify Will, nothing like that. Nothing can happen here. Eclectic Company, he just needs to find... he just needs to find the Vizier of Remedies, and he's got this game, right? So, short of... I don't think anything that matters there, so... Fiend Hunter is going to deal with the Lord of Atlantis. One, two, three, four. So the only problem here now is he can't pay for the Curse Catcher if it were to happen. We're going to turn on Mutavault, so we can trade with 2 of these creatures, and if we want to chump the 3rd, we can. I mean, turning on Vault tells me he's going to be trading with that at least. So Vault is going to hop in front of Qasali Pride Mage. Jesse can if he wants to save, but I don't think he cares to. He'll take 6, so Alex will fall to 4. Oh, right. Just a tap of Druid. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So 4, Qasali Pride Mage, and a Mutavault down. I don't know what Alex can really... He drew an Aether Vial. That's not anything useful here. That's far too late to matter, I feel. Yeah, and Alex agrees. We're going to head to a game 3 here, so Jesse is able to sneak that one out just by playing value-based creatures there. Just grinds them out the old-fashioned way. Who needs to combo out when I can just kill you? So Alex will get the play here in game 3. I don't think much changes up from play to draw in terms of sideboarding. We saw that Alex did in fact bring in his gut shots, and he did bring in his dismembers. Other than that, we didn't see much else. Jesse, I don't think we saw any sideboard cards. No, sorry, we saw Qasali Pride Mage. That's right. I think Jesse has a pretty good sideboard for this matchup. He gets a lot of removal spells to deal with these merfolks. So it looks like Jesse has decided to make some changes in his sideboard. I saw him put in his Orzhov Pontiff there. I'm a little curious about that, just because like your opponent gets to have the turn 2 and turn 3 to play a Lord. I don't like Pontiff here. At least not on the play. Or on the draw, rather, I should say. On the play, maybe if they just kind of stumble and play either a bunch of 1-drops or like a Silvergill Adept, but on the draw, I think Pontiff's just too slow, potentially. We'll find out. Okay, he took out the Pontiff, and it looked like he also took out Eidolon of Rhetoric. He could just be trying to smokescreen his opponent and just kind of put some sideboard cards in and take him out. I don't really think it's necessary, but... Alright. So that was a rough game for Alex there on a Mull to 5, of course. He put up as much fight as he could, But when you have, you know, 2 less cards than your opponent, you're not really in that race very long. So, all right. So again, just to remind you guys, Jesse here is playing for a shot at top 8. Alex, if he wins, he's guaranteed in with 12 points. Even if Alex loses, there's potential for him to make top 8 still. It'll just go to breakers at that point. So this is a win and in for Jesse, more than likely. A win and in for sure for Alex. And a win and in possibly, or a lose and in possibly for Alex. But not a guarantee, of course. So breakers will matter. Alex, I believe, has kept his 7. Jesse is looking over his right now. He's got a couple of Vizier of Remedies I saw there. A few lands. A Chord of Calling. I think he's got 3 spells, 4 land. Alex will start off with an Aboro and a pass of the turn. Jesse will draw another Vizier of Remedies. I believe he has 3 in his hand right now. He'll start off with the Marsh Flats and say go. Alex will go ahead and untap here. Well, we'll draw. Silvergill Adept is what he's found. So Mutavault into Silvergill Adept. He'll reveal a Marrow Regery. He'll draw a card. There we go. And back to Jesse we go. So Jesse will end of turn fetch away that Marsh Flats. Down to 19 he goes. What does he find? He finds Temple Garden, it looks like he's looking at right now. I mean, the nice thing about having these multiple copies of Vizier of Remedies, Alex doesn't know that Jesse has all these copies of Vizier of Remedies, of course. So he has to respect each one like he could turn an infinite mana the following turn. So you know, if he has to kind of slow himself down and take care of some of the cards, like some of the Viziers, he could just, you know, give Jesse enough time to find something more. But again, I think Jesse's hand, if I'm not mistaken, was a bunch of Viziers and a Chord of Calling with lands to back it up. So we'll have to see. I think he's got one more spell at the back of his hand. I don't know what it is. It might be a Recruiter. Yeah, I think it is a Recruiter, actually. We have him fetching out a basic forest, so he's down to 18. Oh, actually, it was a Devoted Druid. Wow. So actually, this hand's fine. Depending what he has a Spell Pierce. Depending what Alex has, this might be quick. He found a Gut Shot, which right now doesn't have a good target. This is interesting now, actually. Yeah, I didn't realize Jesse had the Druid. So next turn he gets to play Vizier of Remedies, make infinite mana, play a Chord, get a Duskwatch Recruiter. There we go. Tidebinder. Well, that doesn't work very well. That doesn't work very well at all. Tidebinder Mage loses some effectiveness on a Devoted Druid when you can just put a counter on it and untap it again. Yeah, Tidebinder Mage just doesn't untap on its untap step. Doesn't say it can't untap. So I think Jesse actually just wins here because he gets to play this Vizier. Spell Pierce isn't even a card to worry about now, which it wasn't in the first place. But so I think he just gets to play Vizier, make infinite mana, Chord for a Duskwatch. Yeah. Alex would need Dismember. I think short of a Dismember, this should be game. Jesse, I mean, I'm not sure what exactly we're at right now. I assume the Vizier is resolved. I mean, Jesse's thinking here. I'm not sure what there's thinking about it. I don't like the only thing that stops you here is there is a Abzan control deck in, a burn deck in. No, not burn. Sorry, a Merfolk deck in. I forget who the 9-pointers were that are already in, but there's 2 of them. We'll figure it out. I'll get a bracket made up beforehand. I'm not entirely sure on which ones. So I think Alex is asking a question here for the judge away from the table. And it could be about Gutshot in terms of Devoted Druid. Vizier of Remedies, just to clarify, that is a 2/2, correct? It's a 2/1. Okay, it is a 2/1, so Gutshot will kill this. This won't matter. He still gets to make infinite mana. So he'll make infinite mana. He'll play Court of Calling. He'll go get Dustwatch Recruiter. He'll find Walking Ballista. He'll kill.